It's that time of the... Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split. Butler with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. And the wide open shot from Green. That three off the mark. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Curry can't get it to go. Siakam, high post. And he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got his team on the board to start the game for the Pacers.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Outside Curry. To the middle. 5 to shoot. Intercepted. And here we go. Here's Nemo. No good on the triple.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Right side, Butler. Here's Curry with the three. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Halliburton in the corner. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Payton.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Look, that's exactly what you want to see from Butler. He's at his best when he's attacking the rack.
Gay in the corner. Back to Halliburton. Turner with the screen. Offensive rebound. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. Excellent defense there from Halliburton.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
To the inside. Up and in on the layup.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
And with their offensive firepower, had the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor.
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relative relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Curry outside. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Giddey. There's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Here's Looney. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
Siakam for 3. Pass to Bamba. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Curry. Still without a basket. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 6. The Pacers pull it in.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And that one, good. Halliburton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by Gay. Pacers leading by 5. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Outside for Halliburton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Now Curry. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. The tray knocks down the 3-ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Indiana out in front, up 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
It's up a 3. And Shepard missing. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 5. Out to the right wing. Pass to Curry. And Greg, you think about what they call float defense. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal. The job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Payton. Now Butler. Back to Payton. On the clock. Curry with another miss.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Back to Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And Brandon Pajemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, they shot it well in the first quarter, but haven't gotten quite the same looks in the second.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. On the wing, Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors trailing. Outside Butler. It's to Giddey. There's the pick. No good. That would have tied it. And here are the Pacers now. Back to Nesmith. Indiana moving the ball away. Here's Looney. It's Payton, high post.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Butler. Over in the corner. Looney. 6 to shoot. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On the wing, Jackson. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pacers.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to Pajemski. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Pajemski's got himself on the board with 3 there. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Outside Turner. Acton Emhard. Over Giddey. A shot by Emhard, no good. A steal. Here's the break. Shoot! Down low. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Pass to Pajemski. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Pajemski's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Turner. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Nemhard. Count it.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Giddey. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
21. The Pacers, 21.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. outside Curry. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Draymond Green's doing. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. But he's not letting it slow him down out there, and he's going to give it a shot. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Pass to Post. Frames the three-pointer. Post has got the first field goal of the second half for the Warriors.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit.
Just couldn't be denied there. Giddey was willing to fight to get that one to fall.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They won 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Here's Giddey. 5 points in the game. Turner with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Stolen by Gay. Takes it inside. Banked in off the glass. Gay's got his first points of the night.
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
Green, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. It's Curry outside. Curry! What else is new?
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seen disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Out to Turner. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screen.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Warriors leading by 6. Pass to Hield. Takes the 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And great, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
A minute 20 left for the third. Hield outside. And stolen by Siakam. It's good.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
Get the perimeter.
Podziemski with it. He's got it. And stolen by Siakam. An even 3-on-3 break. For the tie, here's Bamba. Knocks it loose. The Warriors leading. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Payton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Halliburton for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Healed outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. Siakam's shot is off. Now the Warriors bring it up. Three-pointer healed. Sinks the triple. And the Warriors lead by 5.
And for perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
The Pacers, 32.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Nemhard. Pass to Walker. Butler with the steal. Now here's Curry. Nemhard covering. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Golden State. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disrupting in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Here's Giddey. Inside. And there's Butler with the flush.
Love the force and focus that Butler plays this game with. That was reflected in the finish.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Shoots the 3. Taps in the tray.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Pass to Jackson. Unloads. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Giddey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Aaron Neesmith.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
Pacers trailed by 8. Pass to Turner. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown.
I really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Shepard. And here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it.
Rudy Gay has done it so many times throughout his career. Big shots at big moments.
On the wing, Giddey. Pass to Butler. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Siakam's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. And taking care of the ball is going to be a problem for him.
That's something they got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And Butler relishes this. I mean, he feels really comfortable going right at the defense at crucial points in the game.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
Halliburton coming up big. No rest in that man's game. He takes the shot and makes the shot.
And here is Giddey. Here's Curry with the three. Count it, number 5 from the core of this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Curry is a guy you can trust to get it done when it needs to be done.
Halliburton for 3. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Puts up a deep 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Halliburton's got 10 points here in the second half.
Big-time shot by Halliburton. And his team and coaches say, in Tyrese, we trust.
Here's Butler. Over in the corner. Looney. Off target from three-point range. And here are the Pacers now. Gets it out to Siakam.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Curry deciding where to go with it. To Giddey. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And that's exactly why they call him Jimmy Buckets. Butler, a clutch performer, one of the best we have in the league.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul a lot sooner.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
There's the 3. Misses the 3. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
No option here but to go for 3. Maybe set up a screen, carve out some space, and try to get a clean look at the 3.
Here's Curry with the 3. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in